Welcome back to the Cuphead journey. After beating a couple of those Inkwell Isle 4 bosses with Miss Chalice, we're going to continue the run and take the fight to a couple other ones and, you know, maybe even get all the different ingredients for Chef Saltbaker. Alright, Crack Shot is just an absolute menace to all these bosses. And this boss is super cool. If you look at the cat he's holding in that attack animation, he should remind you of a different boss we've, you know, already fought, so it kind of gives you... Oh. Kind of gives you a, interesting, like, what's going on here. I think you can dodge under them as well, but right now, this is on, regular, so... You know, we're not really worried about the speed of the attacks yet. We'll take that second parry for free, though. And we'll just hurry along this phase, even though it's not what you should do if you're struggling with this fight. This is the hardest phase for a lot of people, but you can get... Yep, exactly for that reason right there. You go for a parry a little bit too aggressively, and that jump up that I was talking about before comes along. Now, this is the hardest phase in the game for me, personally. Yep, because I never know... Yep. I hate it. I should have ulted there. The side controls, though, really mess me up, man. I don't know why it's so... Yeah, so just wanted to confirm that for you guys. You can duck under that attack. Very strong way to do that, to kind of deal with that attack. Now, something that you guys may not have noticed, and that I probably shouldn't have started talking about because I just took a damage from there. But the plane doesn't move randomly. Whatever side of the wing you stand on is the way that the plane will move. So keep that in mind when you're, you know, manipulating where you kind of want this thing to go. You want to keep it in the middle. You never want to be, you know, way to one side, because the projectiles come primarily from sides of the screen. There goes all the little grunts, and now we fight. Now, I believe, yeah, the lasers on this can be damaged, so you can shoot those lasers real quick, and we're going to wait till a little bit, and then we're going to ult this fight, and we still take damage. Okay, this is at least a little bit more bearable. Oh. Yep. If we can get back to the normal... What's the word? Orientation of the screen, we will win this fight every time. Making that last phase as short as possible is key to winning this bout. And not getting hit there helps with that as well. Okay, we're gonna duck real early here. We know he's got 2 attacks, and he didn't make his shoulder bigger, so by flexing, so we know he's not shooting the bones. One thing I just figured out, on the way back is when you always want to get them. We'll double attack here, basically. Yep, get those 2 immediately. But it's funny, because I wonder if this actually makes the fight take a little bit longer, because we're getting less parries that we can actually use. So maybe not, because we got a lucky one at the end there. The perfect timing for us to, you know, not really... And we got some... Oh, no, I did not have one more jump there. So we want to keep the thing in the middle here. And maybe we'll... Okay, we just gotta spin one more time. Oh man. An ult there would have killed. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. Here we go. Oh man, that's a restart. What is that? R, Control A, B? I don't know what that does. That's a weird setting I've never seen before. We're gonna try to get both of these. Oh, very, very risky play, but we'll take it. Fast enough. Gotta be quicker than that, buddy. So, these are little things that I never really got very, very good at on this fight yet, because I haven't... Or I guess I did S tier this one. There's a different one that's a little bit more, let's just say difficult. So we're actually gonna ult here. We'll get him into the animation change, and we'll take as many extra free parries from this as possible. We'll do it at the next section. That way we can maybe only go one time. Oh, and we take free damage there, which is very, very sad. But, wow, that's brutal. What was good a second ago has turned very bad in the last couple seconds here. Alright. Yep. We're just gonna ult here, and then we'll worry about these things as they come. The nice thing about the crack shot is that really you don't have to aim at all, so nice. So we got around the horn and she is now taken out. I think that's probably the best fight in the game, besides one other that I don't want to spoil, but that fight is actually such a masterclass in, you know, what's the word for showing wind-ups in a really good way. They also... Oh, we got the pineapple mint. They also just have so much character and so many phases. That's one of the most phases a fight has. So, alright. Boo, did I scare ya? Nothing to love more than a good ghost story around the campfire. I heard words of a ghostly gal roughing up no good varmints around here. I reckon I'd keep track of her exploits myself. I'm sure you'd love to tell the tale of villainous veggies vanquished. So, if you didn't pick up on it, that's basically asking you to beat certain characters with Miss Chalice. And you'll see these little hash marks, so she'll tell you where the bounty is for the next one. When you finish all of them, a little rose will spawn in the middle, I believe. Okay, this is a hard fight. This is the one that I thought the other one was, but I haven't finished on S tier yet. Yep. There are so many projectiles in this fight. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I've already taken 2 hits of damage. Oh. Yep. Alright, so at least we got to phase 2 on our first try against Esther Winchester. We missed that little parry, but remember the golden rule. Always better to be safe than more damage and dead. So we'll get that parry for free. And now we are on to phase 3, which is a wild phase. Oh, dang. And the stake got me on the way back. Let me parry that real quick. The reason this is such a hard fight is because you're so used to the old Cuphead, you know, rules. where you kind of get this straight shot that does a ton of damage. And she just sits in this spot that makes it very, very difficult to hit her until this phase. I should have ulted there. We're actually going to. Now, in this one, you can't really control it, so you do have to take more careful ults, because that one right there didn't hit her. So we'll take that parry that was not free at the end of the day. Now we want to make this next section, not this one. This one's not really that difficult in my opinion. Oh my, I don't know how that hits. But that hitbox that you saw right there, does that hitbox remind you guys of any parry attack or any other attack in general? Because it sure as heck reminds me of the Briny Beard attack. And this is a little game that I really, really enjoy. We'll see if I can actually win this round, because I don't know if it's going to be the case, but you kind of have to go out and in with the patties, so. Oh, we were one shot away. Unbelievable. That's a tough one. Tough loss right there, but I guess we're gonna have to deal with it, right? So as long as really one of your shots is kind of hitting Esther, you should be fine. You should be in the clear. But really, they just crowd the screen. I think this is such a hard phase. If I was going super tryhard, it would be a mini the whole time there, by the way. We'll slam into her here, get that free parry. And now we're in a very, very good spot going into position 4 on this one. I'll take that as well. The next one's not going to be so nice to us. Oh. Yeah, so. I don't know if that hit, and that's going to mess up my where I think the damage threshold should be. So, bear with me here if I get one wrong. So now we have a lot of health, right? So we have 2 health going into the end. We know that one could have hit, so we're not going to play dangerous. We're going to just save up, get that ult, hit her with it. And that's an A. Feels pretty good. Not even close to as hard as Expert on that fight, though. So you see we got another little hash mark, the desert lines, in our tally. So here we go to the spider's den. Really, they did such a good job with this. Is the best DLC, I think, of any game I've ever played. But they really did just make this gun cook. Like, what are you supposed to do? Now, never worry about the, never worry about shooting those things. He'll come and pop them all anyway. See, I worried about shooting them. These little... Oh. These little... spider punching bags. And then I took damage for it, so... Now, this one is, it can be a little difficult. I forget how you... Yeah. Yep, so you gotta roll under that. Which can be a very frustrating one. Oh. Yeah, so just doing that a little bit will increase your damage greatly. And she should be dead right here. Oh, we didn't do enough damage to her. There we go. I think that's the hardest part of this battle. I really don't remember how this fight ends. Oh yes. Yep. So we're just gonna do a bunch of damage there. This phase is not very... There we go. Oh. Yes, so that... A lot of people get caught here. There's still an enemy. So make sure you don't get caught there. That's a fun one though. It sucks that I have to spoil that one, because I remember that boss was so hard the first time I finished it, and I died to that, and I was like, what happened? Because they give you the fake knockout there. And now we have the distillery dough, so we did it. That was the last ingredient we needed for the Wonder Tart. Let's get back to the Saltbaker lickety split. She has just such a good, you know, attitude about life. Wouldn't it be nice if everybody walked through life like that? Uh-oh. What's going on here? This doesn't look friendly. I don't like, you know, where this is going. Oh lord. Okay. Welcome back, you meddlesome brats. I don't think you'll be back so soon. I didn't think you'd be back so soon. No matter, it's too late to stop me now. The Wonder Tart will be my finest work yet. A shame I never told you about the most important ingredient. A living soul. So, basically, the soul is going to be baked into the Wonder Tart, and the cosmic powers will be his. So, what a menace to society. This guy's fight, even on normal, is redonkulous. If anybody in this chat or on the YouTube can beat this first try, send a video. I don't know how they'd prove it's first try. I guess like new game, but you could always just have played it on some other thing. But if it's your first try, yeah, plus you'd have to get to this fight, so you kind of have to know what you're doing. But this is such a hard fight. If you get it first try, that's mad respect. So I'm doing those little baby jumps right there, so the fire doesn't actually kill me, or the shots that the salt shakers are shooting aren't aimed directly at me. And I don't think getting I don't think ulting here does anything, so we're gonna save it for, I mean, the next section that kind of works, but there's not really a good one, so always dodge on the ground right there. And this phase is pretty much free. I think I'm gonna take damage. Okay, I got it in. Now, with Cuphead, this is absurd, but it's one that you have to do, so I'm gonna beat the game with everyone for each of the bosses. Oh, I got hit there. The platforms are like spaced perfectly for Miss Chalice's jumps. But they don't go that fast in regular mode, so very good fight. An A for our first try, it's pretty good. Cuphead. Thank goodness you're okay. Uh-oh. We switch back once again. That dastardly Saltbaker, he had us hoodwinked the whole time. And the place is coming down. Oh. At least he made it out. I mean, he seems like a pretty bad guy. That's okay. If some poor soul has to be sacrificed for me to live again, it just ain't worth it. But mark my words, boys, I'm never gonna stop searching. And in the meantime, if you ever find yourselves in a scrape, I'm just one cookie bite away. She's so cheery. Who needs a Wonder Tart when they can have best pals instead? The epilogue. Oh, this is really cool. So we may just let this run while I share some thoughts on the game. So, this game I got addicted to when I started college. I'd play it like during free time because, you know, we'd have very little room, so you couldn't be doing, you know, big call-outs or playing like on a huge PC setup in the dorms. So I just play, and somebody challenged me to beat the dragon on expert S tier, and I said it has to happen, so that kind of started this journey. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. You know, do you like this game? If you do, what does it for you? For me, it's the art, the gameplay, the speed of restarting a fight, so when you lose, it never really feels bad, and the music and the animations, all those things culminate for this to be my favorite game. So I'm so excited to hear in the comments what you guys think about it. But other than that, if you've been watching, you know, the screen a little bit, it's all the characters we just faced kind of going through life together, which is really cool. And there's the 1930 Studio MDHR, which was a studio made by two brothers. And the two brothers made this as their first game, and it came out to be such a success. I guess they have it in a bunch of different languages as well, which is pretty cool. Yeah, look at all these people. Really credit to all of them. They all did such a good job. It's incredible.